You know that if you're running a small to mid-sized business, that your website is essentially the first step of your sales process. It's the first things a lot of visitors are going to see, and it's the best way for a new visitor to get to know you. And the reality is that you could have a great looking website that checks off all of the user experience boxes and has that, wow factor. But if you don't have tangible proof that your business can help your customers solve their problems, then it's just a fluff piece. And that's why there is one very important element that every small business website must have to show anyone that's visiting that they have the chops to at least warrant an inquiry. Hi there, it's Adrian from Numero Uno Web Solutions, and in this video, I'm going to reveal what this important element is, how it builds trust, answers unspoken objections, and shows real-world results, making it a powerful tool to turn curious visitors into loyal customers. So let's go. Okay, so before I get into it, let me reiterate something I've said on past videos. Social proof is essential for SEO and increasing conversions on your website. And this one element elevates your social proof to a level that reduces friction of the visitor that could prevent them from becoming a customer. Look, consumers today are skeptical. With unlimited choices at their fingertips, they crave reassurance. And that's where social proof comes in. And it's not just a buzzword. 72% of consumers say positive testimonials and reviews increase their trust in a business. And 75.5% of consumers express trust in reviews, with 90.6% always reading them before they make a purchase. So if reviews and testimonials work for e-commerce and service industries, imagine what a full case study with context, data, and a success story can do for your conversion rates. And that's the secret element, case studies. Case studies are far more than feel-good stories. They're structured proof that your product or your service delivers results, especially for skeptical buyers who need more than just a promise. Unlike generic sales copy, case studies tells a complete narrative. It's real people, real problems, and real results. In fact, 53% of business-to-business marketers say case studies are one of the most effective types of content for converting middle and bottom of the funnel leads. So, how can you write a case study that builds trust and drives action? A great case study doesn't just share a happy outcome. It speaks directly to the pain points of your ideal customer, and then it walks them through the path to resolution. And that's why you can't just slap together a case study. You need to follow 5 specific steps when creating case studies. So without further ado, let's get into them. So step number 1 is choosing the right customer. So what you're going to do here is you're going to take a look back at your successes and find a customer that fits your target market. You don't want to post a case study that may have been successful but really didn't fit your ideal customer profile. So narrow it down by asking yourself these questions. Did the case result in a measurable success story? Did it overcome a common challenge that your ideal customer would normally face? And is this customer willing to be the subject of your case study on your website? And here's a little pro tip. Prioritize clients in high value industries or those in recognizable brands to help build your credibility quickly. While every client matters, you should select clients for your case study that have either that brand recognition or a high value customer, so that case study will then align with your ideal customer profile. You don't want to take a case study that's from a customer maybe that isn't your ideal customer profile, but that you did great work for. You want to make sure that you are showing similar customers what you can do for them. Okay, step number 2 is structure your case study like a story. So you're going to want to split your case study into 3 parts. So you've got the challenge, which is the before. You've got the solution, which happens during, and then you have the results, which are after. So let's go step by step here. First, the challenge. Start by outlining the specific problems the customer was facing. Be detailed. Was it declining sales, lack of visibility, inefficient processes? So for example, ABC Landscaping struggled to generate leads through their outdated website and had seen a 35% drop in inquiries over 6 months. It's important to show specific data too. 35% drop in inquiries over 6 months. That then sets the benchmark. It shows what the challenge was specifically, and therefore it helps lead into the story. Number 2 is a solution. So explain what you did, how you did it, and why you chose that path. And make sure to tie the solution back to your product or service. So for example, we rebuilt their website with a mobile-first design, implemented local SEO targeting, and launched a Google Ads campaign focused on seasonal keywords. So this shows what you did and also reiterates your services. So website mobile-first design, SEO targeting, Google Ads campaign. And finally, number 3, the results, is the payoff. And be as quantitative as possible. Within 3 months, for example, ABC Landscaping saw a 127% increase in leads, with 62% coming from organic search. Try to be as granular as possible with the results and include all the facts. Remember, the more detail that you use here, the better. Okay, so now that you've chosen the right customer and you structured your case study like a story, number 3 is you want to include direct quotes. So a well-placed quote will humanize the story and gives it emotional credibility. And this is where you're going to have to interview your customer. So you might want to ask them, what was your experience like? What specific results did you see? And would you recommend us and why? So it might be something like, we were ready to shut down our business and Numero Uno strategy brought us back from the edge, and now we get more inquiries in a week than we used to get in a month. Something like that. And look, don't be afraid to write it for them. If you say, look, this is what we did for you, and is this okay to put on here? Have them sign off on it. Yes, I do have a lot of customers saying, hey, I'm very happy. And that's a great testimonial. Numero Uno is the best. I'm very happy with them. But if you could help them with some of the specifics, the granularity, the stats, it's going to help resonate and it's going to help solidify that case study. Step number 4 is adding visuals and branding. So this is where you want to, instead of having it just as a text story, you want to add in certain graphs, infographics, before after photos, whatever it is. You want to use the client's logo with their permission, maybe even a picture of them. And you want to break up the text with some pull quotes or some sidebars. These elements help those people who do quick scans to understand your value. It also helps better to put your achievements into a visual that can be impressive. So a chart showing increased web visits and revenue is going to look really impressive in your case study. Okay, so before I get to the 5th and final step to help create your case study, remember, if you're liking this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, finally, step 5, end with a call to action. CTAs are so important. If you are not putting a CTA at the end of your case study, you are missing out. So wrap it up with an easy next step. Hey, you want to see similar results? Schedule a free consultation. You want even more information on how we can do this for your business? Click here and I'll send you a link where you can do a free website audit. Remember, include that link to your contact page so that you can capture that lead and you can follow up immediately. And here's a bonus tip with regards to case studies that you don't want to miss. So once your case study is written, it's on your website, don't let it just sit on your website. Remember, you need to repurpose it across all your channels. So you're going to use it in your sales decks, use it in your email campaign, definitely in your LinkedIn post. You can even use it in your Facebook or any other social media as well. You have a press kit, add it in your press kit, even in your proposals, and make it a post in your Google business profiles. The more channels you get this study out to, the better. Plus, if you can integrate a video testimonial from the customer into it, that's further going to solidify the social proof, and it really stands out in your social media and press kits. So look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Case studies take a little time to produce, but they work overtime to sell your value, especially when you're not in the room. So for small businesses competing against big budget brands, this kind of detailed social proof can make the difference between getting a customer and maybe losing a customer. And look, if you're not already creating case studies, now's the time to start. Take the steps I mentioned, create a few studies, get them on your website and in your social media feeds, especially LinkedIn and your Google business profile. And for other ways to help you gain more social proof, you're going to want to click here and watch this video.